Welcome to the Ant Hill. Made an intro for the Ant Hill. 420 episode of the Ant Hill, and the ants are watching my show.
Well, this seems like a pretty good way to start the.
A pretty good start to start the way.
Yeah, dude. This is the 420 episode that has been decided on last minute.
Yeah, much anticipated.
Yeah.
Much anticipated.
I
I've
realized
been eager to get here.
I had nothing banked for 420, and I know there's so many people that watch this podcast and were like, "Is he gonna do a 420 episode?"
Yeah.
I mean, really. I looked at the video from this morning that I put up, and that bad boy's at like 22 views. So I know the folks are just clamoring for more of this content.
22 views. That's
So,
okay.
I'm like, I got all these comics on here. I should get a guest on my show. I should give the people what they really want. Someone that
Drugs?
doesn't perform on any stages to be the guest on the show.
Yeah, me.
Yeah, it's him.
I don't do comedy, but I'm a funny guy.
Yeah, you're more famous than most of the comics that I know.
Yeah. Yeah, I am.
You were on
have-
TV.
I have a friend that's got a degree. He's actually got a PhD. His name is Philip McGraw. You might know him as Dr. Phil.
Oh, get the fuck out. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, man. He was like, "Hey, you're pretty fucked up on, you know what I'm saying? Like, come hang out on my show for a little bit."
Yeah.
All
I
right.
do remember the episode of Dr. Phil.
So
That one was way better than the Cash Me Outside episode. Like,
yeah,
wasn't even close.
when I went there for like, because you spend a few days there and they gotta prep you to be on TV essentially.
Yeah.
They'll whiten your teeth. Dude, it's crazy. So anyway, during this whole time they got this guy. His name was Michael. It's crazy how many Michaels we know, right? And he was leading you through the whole thing. Hey, you're about to be interviewed. You're gonna do this. You're gonna do that. Anyhow, he was like, "You remember the Catch Me Outside girl, right?" Da 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 da. And I was like, "Yeah, of course." He's like, "Well, basically, she made herself famous and she used our platform and basically was like, hey, do that.
Yeah, turn up for our show.
Yeah. Get our ratings up there, man." And
Yeah.
I was like, I'm going to disrespect the fuck out of my mother on the TV.
Yeah.
I'm going to ask her if she wants to engage in a battle of fisticuffs outdoors.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I didn't do that. Pretty much long story short, they had me do a bunch of different stuff. I don't remember really exactly specifics, but I remember one time they were like, "Hey, just start walking and we're going to film you, da-da-da-da-da. Get on your phone. We'll film you doing that. It's just for like, we're telling the storyline and basically it'll be playing in the background."
You called me for that, right?
And
yeah.
I was like, "Hey, can I actually call somebody?" They're like, "Yeah, sure, like whatever." So I was like, hey Anthony, they're filming me for Dr. Phil right now.
Yeah.
I'm in California."
Yeah.
And I was like, "You're gonna be on TV," and they played the clip of me on my phone like this on the bench, and I was
Yeah.
like, I was actually talking to somebody there.
Dude, yeah, that's pretty cool.
Well, so hey, I was thinking on the way here, you hit me up. Now, be mindful. This guy hits me up at 9:30. "Hey, where are you?" I live probably 40 minutes, give or take, from him, and I just so happened to be literally right down the block, and I was like, "Yeah, I'm in your city, whatever," and he was like, "Hey, we got to record the 420 episode, and I'll get it done tonight and put it out tomorrow."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh,
Real
well,
crackhead
well,
shit.
yeah." I was like, if he's gonna do all that work for everybody, I was like, well, if I miss it, it's gonna be my fault. So I was like,
yeah.
I'll come smoke some pot and be on the microphone.
Yeah, it's 420. We'll do it.
But when I was on the way over here, I was thinking, I was like, man, this guy Anthony's been smoking pot since we were in high school. And
Yeah,
I was
I've been
like,
smoking pot since you were telling me it was a bad idea.
no shit. I used to pull up on
And
this
now
guy.
I got the bowl and you got the bong.
I used to, with
You got snacks. You got more bags of.
in a grinder.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, I do drugs now.
Yeah, you do.
I used to pull up on this guy. His eyes would be red as fuck. And keep in mind now, my dad's a police officer. So growing up, all that stuff is like, man, don't do it.
Yeah.
So I pull up and I'm like, oh my God, I'm fucked. I'm gonna get in trouble because I'm around weed or whatever. Meanwhile, this guy's just like,
Yeah, that's what I do.
as raccoon eyes as could be, and that was a decade ago, literally over a decade ago.
I'm 28, so
I'll be 28 here soon.
I've been smoking pot since I was, 15? 16? About 16.
Really? Yeah, that makes sense. Cause like right after you started Nansemond River.
Yeah. And I started working, so I would work late at Spaghetti Shitties and
I was hoping that you would call it that. Yeah.
work late at Close the Dish Pit at Spaghetti Shitties.
Yep.
And
With Gerald.
come home and watch NBA basketball and roll myself a little joint with probably, I don't know, 0.2 in it. Be fucked up.
Word. I was kind of thinking to myself, I hadn't heard anybody cuss like between me and you yet, and I was like, do I need to watch my mouth, or is he gonna have to edit it out? You know?
I don't really edit anything. I mean, I'm sure people. I don't know.
The
I
people
try
who
not
are
to
watching
curse,
this
but so
are
much.
not pussies.
Yeah.
I hope.
You never know who could stumble on a video.
Yeah, man. Biden Harris.
Get the fuck out of here, dude.
I'm just fucking with you.
Cut this shit at 14 minutes. You're done. You want to not come to any more podcasts?
Cut it.
Yeah, dude. Go ahead, man. Take a hit of the bong, man.
Okay.
You're getting a little out of pocket. Maybe you need to settle down.
Maybe I need to get in my pocket.
Yeah, dude. Just get in the pocket like a quarterback, man.
Yeah, man. What's up with the Redskins situation or the Commanders situation this year?
I don't know. They're gonna get bought by somebody, and then someone's gonna own them. Whatever they call them. I hope they change their name from the Commanders. Like I don't. It's funny because I'm like, at one point I was like, I don't care what they call them, and then they call them the Commanders, and I was like, I wish they didn't call them that. And now I'm like, I want them to change their name, and I don't care what they call them.
It can't be much worse than the Commanders, to be honest with you.
Yeah, dude.
And I'm thinking the guys who are buying,
They're gonna change it from the Commanders to the Generals, and we're all gonna be so fucking mad.
the Washington Generals.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be honest. They've been the Redskins my whole life, so it's like
The Washington Genitals.
yeah, the Washington Genitalia.
Man. Yeah,
So-
they have been that the whole time.
Yeah, right. So it's like to change it up is just like whatever you change to. Even if I like the name, it's like doesn't feel right. It just feels like different. You know what I mean?
It's definitely like something to adapt to.
Yeah.
I don't know. Anytime, like, who else has like changed their name?
The Cleveland Indians. They're the Guardians.
They're the
now.
Guardians now. I mean that's kind of the same like tacky name like Commanders.
Yeah,
Like
right.
Why are these people like?
Let's avoid any
yeah.
type of. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, whatever. You don't have to change your name again.
Yeah.
So
To something else that protects. You can't even protect your identity.
yeah. Before you know it, you'll be the Cleveland they thems.
Get the fuck out of here. So yeah, we go pretty far back.
Hey man, speaking of, you remember like your first car? Was it your grandma's red Camry?
Yeah, it was a 2001 Camry.
So it wasn't like a piece of shit or anything by any means.
It had
like,
leather seats.
Yeah, it was like it wasn't a dumpster car. You got to remember that this is what
It had a sunroof. This was 20.
10.
Well, somewhere in there, like
Yeah.
11, 12.
No, because
I
I was in
used to-
10th grade in 2010.
I used to put my car in cruise control, and I would stand out of the sunroof.
Yeah, you used to always put your feet out of the driver's side window too. You
Yeah.
put your car in cruise control, put both of your feet
Stick
outside
both
the
feet
driver's
out
side
the-
window, and just drive down the highway with no care in the world.
And cruise control, man.
So, let's talk a little bit about when when the car ended up back in the possession of your grandmother, because she gave it to you first, correct?
I thought it was my car.
Because
like,
she was
she
like,
gave
"Here,
it to me.
you're
It wasn't-
16.
Yeah,
Here's
that
your
was
whip."
like,
You feel
yeah.
me? Yeah, right.
And then I got in trouble. I got like my first time like being in trouble with the federales. Just police, but and yeah, she was mad about that and she took my car.
Yeah. All right. So, I was there that day. I guess I was driving by that time too, and I was there, I guess, to pick you up because you didn't have a whip no more, and we were going to go to Taco Bell, do whatever the fuck we was going to do, and I remember your grandmother was there in the driveway. Your dad and I, and you, were there when they pulled up.
Yeah.
Yeah, and your grandma went to get the keys back from you. She didn't really say much. She was just disgusted, pretty much. It was honestly kind of nasty behavior, but she opened up the doors and all that, and you had all your stuff in there, and like, bro, we started getting your stuff out of the car, and under all of it was moldy popcorn. And grandma said, "What is that?" She was pissed.
So, you want to know? This is why.
There was mold all over the back seat.
This
Like,
is
or
why.
not back seat, the floor.
This is
Floorboard.
why I do comedy, though. Like that was only spilled popcorn,
Yeah.
and it took her a minute to get the car,
Yeah.
and I didn't drive it because I couldn't.
Right.
So I knew she was taking the car.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that popcorn was in there. And I think it was something like it was something humid. It was like a wet towel or something.
Ugh.
And it's just, it was basically in an incubator. And I thought that was kind of funny.
The worst part about it.
I'm garbage, dude. I am garbage.
The worst part about it is if I go unlock your car right now
Yeah.
and look in your back seat.
Yeah. There's not mold.
Is okay. How much shit is back there?
Oh, it's a fair amount.
Yeah, me too.
But if you were to take it all out, like there wouldn't
be moldy popcorn.
Yeah, you wouldn't
Right.
have to like shampoo the carpets in my car.
You've come a long way.
Yeah.
You've come a long way. She's not gonna come take that one.
I remember, dude. Well, I don't remember your first car, and I don't know why I don't, but I just don't. But I do remember that silver Ford Taurus you had, and I remember,
Yeah.
dude. This is the funniest story I remember with you in that car. One time you dressed up as a gorilla,
I know what's coming on.
and you got up. And you jumped on top of the car, and the whole roof just like kind of caved in. And for a second, you froze, like oh no, like of course that's what was going to happen.
Yeah.
You dressed up as a gorilla and jumped up there.
Yeah, I spent $80 on a gorilla costume at like Halloween.
And put a big ass dent in your roof.
Yeah, the 2002 Ford Taurus.
Yeah, dude.
Dude, I put that car through hell.
Yeah, you did.
We used to race on the bridge. I remember one time we literally what's the minimum speed limit on the bridge?
35 on the James River Bridge. Yeah, it says minimum speed limit 35, speed limit 55.
Yeah,
So we drove side by side all the way down the bridge, going 35 miles an
Yeah.
hour.
and you got this, that, and the third MFer flashing their lights, honking their horn, and then in the rear view. And
It's
we're
a
just,
bridge. You can't pass me. There's no room.
Yeah, right. You're done. Right. So we're both sitting here looking at each other. Got cruise control set at 35.
Just causing as much traffic as possible.
No kidding, man. Yeah, and we weren't always the worst, but more often than not, we were the worst.
Yeah, for sure.
But to this day, I'll tell you, we're two of the best drivers out there.
Yeah. Nobody drives. Yeah, dude. I put my driving up against anybody.
Before I got my license, you had yours because you are, let's see, August, September, October 3. So you are 9 months older than me. So you had your license a little bit before me, and you would pick me up from my house because,
yeah,
for perspective, this guy lived a bike ride away.
Right.
It was a good little bike ride, but maybe like a mile. You know, nothing crazy.
Yeah, it was a good bit. It was probably like a mile and a half.
Yeah, because you live in the back of that neighborhood, and so sometimes I would ride my bike over there, but sometimes you'd come pick me up after school or something. We'd go to Taco Bell, and man, one of the times we went, there was this woman, and we would always go up there and heckle, but like not in a mean or an aggressive way, you know. We just come up there and talk some shit and hang out with the workers, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
We would bring in our 20 cents worth of stuff and play their little game trying to land it on like the free tacos.
Yeah.
And we would play it
Love
and play
that
it
game,
and play
man.
it. And then eventually one day they were like, "Hey, you can only win one time."
Yeah.
And they're like, "You can't They were like, "You can't win anymore."
But I had friends that were there, and like they used to say it would
Nick
pop.
Smith.
It would pop up and say, taco, and then under it would be like free taco,
Yeah. Yeah, man.
and they'd be like, "Fuck, another one of these people winning again,"
We
because they're trying to chill.
we would win so much. We'd get the cinnamon twist. We'd
Yep.
get the free taco.
Yep. At the cool ones, when you won with a quarter, instead of having to get like the shitty burrito they'd
Yeah.
give you, you could like substitute it for something cooler.
Yep.
You're like, just give me like a Dorito taco. They're like, all right.
Hell yeah. The Dorito taco is so good.
Sometimes if you won with a penny but turned it around, it'd be like, look, I won, and they'll look at it and
Yeah, yeah. He's
Folks
like,
don't
"I'm not
really. Folks don't give it.
Yeah,
they don't
yeah.
care
This
like
this
that.
is equivalent. Give me my taco.
Yeah, I'm donating.
Yeah, man. Nick Smith used to work there, and he would always hook us up. So,
Yeah.
man, Taco Bell was the spot.
Yeah,
We used to go there all the time after school.
I spent so much time and money at Taco Bell.
Yeah, I probably, with you picking me up by that, within that amount of time before I got my license, I ate a ton of Taco Bell, and I probably spent 38 cents.
Yeah.
Yeah. I won that game so many damn times.
Dude, yeah.
And then we worked. Oh man, speaking of spaghetti shitties,
That's where we were working during that time.
we worked at Spaghetti.
I don't know if we were
Shitties.
working there.
No,
Because
yeah,
you quit.
No, yeah, no. All right. So
I
you-
thought it was crazy that we went to an interview. We went to a job interview. And then he gave you the job. And then you quit. And he called me and was like, your buddy bailed on me or whatever. Like, can you come in? And, like, yeah, it's
Yo,
my
Pete.
buddy, but like, you hired him, dickhead. Like,
let's just call this guy Bot.
I tried to tell him. He was like, why do you think I should give you the job? And I was like, because I'm better than him.
What?
No.
Yo, this guy. All right. So I'll be honest with you. I think I collected one check from Spaghetti Eddie's.
Yeah,
I was there like 2 weeks, bro.
that's funny.
But like the closing time was what time? 10 or 11?
Something like that. It was like
You
11
wouldn't
maybe
leave
on a
until,
Friday,
like,
Saturday.
12 or 1 because there would be
Yeah.
dishes coming back until long after closing time.
So
like,
much dishes.
the Alfredos, and you would leave there soaking wet, and it was just the worst fucking job in the
Yeah.
world.
Maybe that's why my car was so humid. Yep.
Yeah, no doubt. Gross. So
I had
anyway,
dish pit.
this guy has a Snapchat. This bot, Pizza Bot, we'll call him Pizza Bot. All right, because he's a bot. So Anytime he needed any type of topping, it's the dish guy. Anytime anybody needed any fucking thing in there, it's the dish guy's responsibility. And he'd be like, I need pizza topping or sausage topping.
Yeah, he's so aggressive about it.
Pepperoni. Like, hey. Okay. Yeah, okay. Relax there, pizza bot. Anyway,
Yeah.
come to find out, this guy sexually harassed an underage woman.
Dude, one time I was in the walk-in, and he walked in behind me, and he was like, hey, Anthony, I have something very personal to ask you. And I was like, what? And he was like, no, I'm just playing. I just wanted to see what you'd say. And I'm like, dude, you trying to give me some sausage topping or something? Get the fuck out of here, bro. I'm bringing your pizza sauce.
Oh, man. Remember when after... All right, well, shit. I'll tell them how I quit, and then I'm going to tell them how about after when you were working there, you'd bring home like pizza. Sometimes we'd eat pizza, but then you can tell. No, I'm not even gonna talk about that, bro. I'm not going there.
No,
That's too much.
I can say it because we're running out of time. I think we got a lot of editing to do on this bad boy.
Unless we decide to not edit and just continue, because we've been on a good little stretch now.
We can talk about
Yeah.
I can talk about what I did with them pizzas.
All right. All right. Well, so it was what was it? I think it was a Friday or Saturday night. This was my last night at Spaghetti Shitties, and I walked in there and I was like, dude, I am not gonna be here till 1 o'clock tonight. I was like, fuck this place, fuck all this. And I told Scott, I was like, man, I don't feel good tonight. I was like, I really don't. Like, I'm feeling sick. Blah, blah, blah. Typical. Anyway, he's like, this is the day you grow up. You can decide to be a man and stay for your shift or go home. And I was like, huh. That's not really what I wanted to hear.
Yeah.
So when I heard that, I went back and I sat down for a second and I was like, huh. There's a lot of dishes here and I don't want to do them.
Yeah.
So I walked out the back door and I called you, I'm pretty sure. And I was like, hey, I'm leaving. What are you doing?
Yeah.
Yeah. And that was basically my Spaghetti Shitties journey.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then when he worked there, he would bring home pizzas sometimes, right? And we were like, damn.
You gonna tell my story like that?
No. I was saying, you just bring home pizza sometimes. Like when I was there, I'd be like, yeah, bring home a pizza, and like we would have like a slice or two, but then we're like, I don't want this rest of this fucking pizza.
Yeah, throw it in the trash or something.
Yeah.
Sometimes I throw it somewhere else. I used to take pizzas home from that place. I would pretty much take one home every night, and that was when I used to I first started like smoking. And I had all like my stoner friends. They'd be smoking weed at like 10, 11 o'clock when I'd be getting off work. So I'd be like, yo, can I come through? Like, what are you guys up to? I'd be like, I don't have any weed, but like I could match you with a pizza.
Hell yeah.
And you tell stoners that, like, you're in there. So I go do that. Sometimes I wouldn't want the pizza. So I just, I'd throw it away. And then one time I was like, you know what? I'm going to do something else with this pizza. So I took the pizza, walked it all the way down the street. I say all the way down the street. It was like down the street, and then I went down a couple more streets.
Yeah.
I can't believe nobody saw me. I was like,
yeah.
Why are you walking with a pizza in your hand?
Yeah, what's happening here?
Because I don't think I had it I didn't have it in the box. I didn't have it in the box.
That would make sense. No, because why would we do this?
Because I didn't have anywhere to put the
box. Yeah,
Yeah,
Definitely
so I was
box.
just walking down the street with a whole pie in my hand, like
damn
some
right.
kind
That's
of
exactly what you did. You had it
meta
just like
Italian.
that. Yep. Hey.
Yeah, dude. Oh man.
Pizza pie.
But yeah. So I walked this pizza like a quarter mile up the road. And threw it into somebody's door. I thought that was funny.
Yeah. Like you slung it like a frisbee, and it smacked the glass door just like that, and just kind of slid down.
I said, "Hey, Dylan, you want to watch me toss this pizza?"
Yeah, motherfucker. Donut, motherfucker.
Yeah, so that was funny because you know you don't hear a knock on the door and then who's there? Pizza. Just no box.
No box, just the pizza.
Just a whole pizza.
Yeah, man.
They didn't think I'm sure they asked their neighbors and like they're probably the neighbors' neighbors. Like, did you throw a pizza at my house? I think it's funny if they were like not getting along with a certain neighbor at that time.
Right.
like I know you're throwing pizzas at my house.
Yeah.
Well, the funniest part about it was not that I did that, but that I did it again like 3 or 4 days later. Because I get the pizza every night. And again, I was like, I don't want this pizza.
Look,
what do I do with it?
You got to think about it. This doesn't look like a Domino's pizza or a Papa John's or somewhere around Newport News.
Yeah.
This is a spaghetti shitties pizza from Chesapeake.
Yeah, this ain't no chain pizza.
You don't know. Like, you're going to look at this pizza and be like, where the fuck did this come from?
Yeah.
This is not, this is.
I made this dough.
Yeah, correct. Yeah. Dude,
But dude, when I threw the second pizza at that house, like 3 or 4 days later, whatever it was, and there was just like, again, same scene. They came to the door and the dog was barking and shit, and they let the dog out and they were like, "Go get him!" And the dog ran out and started eating the pizza.
Meanwhile, you and I are fucking gone, bro.
Dude, I thought it was so funny because that dog, it seemed like a pretty aggressive dog, but you know what I mean?
Yeah, I didn't want to get caught by that thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we were just hooking him up with the pizza.
Yeah.
Hey.
You want this za or no? I know one that's funny.
All right, well, start talking about it and I'll be there.
Yeah, I got a good one. I remember one time.
Hold on, you started?
Yeah.
All right.
I remember one time, and I can only assume that we were high. I don't remember what we did before, but I just remember what happened. But we thought it would be a good idea to see if we could get into Walmart and find a spot that we could go to sleep without them catching us.
Yeah, I was there for that.
And they, I remember I did fall asleep. I don't remember falling asleep, but I remember being woken up.
Yeah.
She's like, "You can't, what are you doing?" I'm like, "I'm taking a nap." She's like, "You can't do that here. You got to go." But I was in the middle of a, there was some type of like, whatever
Dude,
it was.
you
it
were
was like,
in a spot.
it was like plushes or something like that. I was,
It was like the grates, you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
There was some on top, but it was all around this one area. You know what I'm saying? Like a 4x4 type area. Probably I would say about the size of this room. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was not. It was no slight. You know what I'm saying?
You call my room 4 foot by 4 foot.
No, I know, but if you cut it off at 4x4.
Yeah,
you know?
I got you.
Well, like I was I
Yeah,
meant like I was referencing a square. I see what you're saying though. But anyway, like you had gone back towards like the middle of it, and
Yeah.
under where we were, it was like extras of like bedding.
Yeah. Is that what it was?
Yeah. But we had brought some plushes and blankets down there because we were around the bedding. And we seen it. We were like, well, we're gonna need something to lay on. We're not gonna want to lay on the nasty stuff. So and we each got our own, whatever we wanted to sleep with. That's what you select. Whatever the fuck you want. So bro goes up towards like the middle right, and there wasn't too much room because of how much shit was under there. So we were trying to like move some out and put them up top, blah blah blah. And so I was like, say this is the middle and you're here. I was like here, right?
Yeah.
And this lady, she comes around the corner and I'm just like this. I'm looking at her, and she just somehow catches my eyes, and she was like, and I was like, and she was like, you can't sleep here. And I wasn't asleep at the time, but I was like, oh my God. I was scared. And then I was like, oh, yeah, okay. So I got out. I was like, I'm sorry. then
My bad.
she, as I got out, I was like trying to knock shit out, and she like I guess goes to put it back, and she like goes like this, and she sees you, and
She probably went looking around for more like people sleeping in there. Like,
dude, she
I should have said something like that. You'll never find all of
she
us.
should have got employee.
And just keep her looking when it's just us.
Yo, that would have been great.
You'll never find the rest of us. And now she's going around playing detective for
She would be paranoid.
dude. Yeah.
Yeah. So that was the day of the Venice Beach incident, because they told us we had to get off the mall property, and the Walmart was over there.
Oh,
And
when
we were like,
went
well,
to-
we got to hang out until fucking 11 a.m.
we were
or
trying
whatever.
to stay up all night and get some Kobe's.
Yep.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah, man.
And so we went somewhere, and yeah. Oh, that makes sense. Maybe that's why we were there.
There's one story that I want to tell, and I'm going to tell it how it happened.
All right.
One time, so Anthony and I, we were kind of little shits, to be honest. We would sometimes buy a carton of eggs and drive our car.
You're not allowed. You're not allowed to. There's no like statute on that. I already looked it up because I can't do jokes about it.
Boo.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. All right. So how do you wrap this up?
I don't know. I mean, I guess that's pretty much a good way to close it out.
Yeah. Okay.
That's the episode. Happy 420.